Hey everybody, we've made it through the first 2 weeks of in-person learning, and in this video I want to get into a lot of questions that are being asked right now about COVID, about graduation dates, caps and gowns, the state testing for juniors, and even the forecasting for next year's schedules. So let's jump right in. Okay, let's start with COVID information. So you should have gotten an email from Principal De Silva last week. All families and students should. And basically it said that we've identified a positive case last week. Didn't take long. However, we went through our protocol and all staff and students that could potentially be considered close contact with that individual during that time have been identified, have been contacted, called by school and district officials, given a time frame to stay out of school or quarantine, and after that time expires, if they have no symptoms, they can return to school as usual. So if you have not been contacted by the school, then consider your students safe and they should continue to be in person in school. Now, Lane County also moved from a high risk designation to an extreme risk designation last week. That has not impacted Springfield Public Schools in-person learning, so we're going to continue to go to school as is, and our bell schedule will remain the same. If you want more information in detail about the metrics and how it may impact future learning, then go to the district website. If you go right to their homepage, all you need to do is scroll down a little bit and you'll see extreme risk level, what it means for SPS. And there's a bunch of information there that you can read, and you can click on the metrics guidance and go right to the state level. Okay, seniors, I have some announcements around graduation and caps and gowns and your diploma and also the last day of regular classes, so listen up. I don't have a ton of details, but I have some things that you need to mark down in your calendar. First, the graduation ceremony is planned for June 5th and or 6th. So the details we don't know about yet because it all depends on where we are with COVID in about a month or so, and we don't know that yet. So we're planning for different options. So we do have the 5th and the 6th if we need it, but details will be coming about graduation soon, so please continue to check your emails. Cap and gown orders. If you have not ordered your cap and gown, graduating seniors, from Jostens, you need to do that soon. You can go directly to their website, which is jostensoregon.com, and I'll put a link down below in the description. And when you do go to that particular site, you're going to find Springfield High School, and then you're going to see all sorts of graduation packages that you can choose from. Those are all optional. You can certainly look at them, and if you like something, you can order it. But really, the only thing that is required for the graduation ceremony, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll see the cap, gown, tassel unit for $35. That is the only thing required for the actual ceremony. Everything else is optional. The date you have to put in your calendar, seniors, is May 10th. Jostens will be at Springfield High School delivering your caps and gowns. So that's not very far away, May 10th. We don't know the details about the time yet, but that's coming up really soon, so get this done. Seniors, you need to also fill out this Google Diploma form. We sent this out to you many moons ago, but it is still active, so I'll put the link in the description below. Fill out this form to tell us essentially how you want your name to appear on your diploma. It's pretty simple. It's going to give you a space just to write your name in as you want it to appear on the diploma. If you do not hand this in, or I should say submit this, then we're going to use your name as it appears in our computer system. Last thing for seniors, you guys, the last day of actual classes for seniors is May 28th, so we're talking like 4 weeks away. I think you actually have 17 days left of school because you guys are essentially off on Wednesdays, but you're talking 2 hours at most per day. So 17 school days left. So wrap that around your brain and make sure that you get your work done and don't delay, because this thing's going to fly by. Okay, some junior announcements around state testing. So state testing will pick back up this year, and I know it's late notice, so a lot of juniors probably won't even get this in time, or families have gotten this information and might be really nervous about what this looks like. You should have gotten an email from Callie Dean, one of our assistant principals, last week outlining what state testing is going to look like for juniors. Essentially, we're going to offer this on Wednesday, May 5th. So this is a non-in-person school day. And the AM cohort, if you're a junior in the morning cohort, you will test from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. at the school. If you're in the PM cohort, you will test from 12:10 to 2:10 at the school. And you're going to be doing language arts and math, which are required, and science is optional. So this is not going to impact your graduation, whether you take this test or not, or whether you score well or not. This is simply to gather as much data as we can so that we know how you're doing and we can compare it to previous years. However, there is an opt-out form available if you do not want your student to participate, and I'll put the link in the description below. The link will take you to a state site where you can get the form online, you can fill it out and submit it to the school as soon as possible, please. However, if you do miss Wednesday the 5th and you want to take those tests, there will be a makeup date Wednesday, May 12th, which is essentially the following Wednesday, for students who were absent on the 5th or for students who needed more time. Okay, freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, we're still waiting for a lot of forecasting forms to be submitted. Remember, we sent these out 2 weeks ago, at least. And again, they were Google Forms specific to your grade level, and they were basically asking you, what are your preferences for core classes that you'd like to take next year and electives? And you had to choose up to 8 preferences, and you could use the curriculum guide link that we gave you to look at programs and to look at course descriptions. We still need about 100 per grade, so we do not have enough. But most importantly, if you have not submitted these forms for your forecasting, then the counselors are just going to simply make your schedule and put you in a bunch of electives that happen to be available and probably that you won't want. So please get that forecasting information in as soon as possible. So that wraps up this video. It's a lot of information, I know, but there's a lot going on in May and it's going to go by really quickly. So I'll be coming back to you guys with more videos as I get more information.